A middle school might decide to visit the homes of incoming sixth graders, high school incoming freshmen. The emphasis on upper grade level visits often focuses on study skills and homework habits. Again, a welcoming letter from the principal and information about the school and its activities for parents is included in a home visit packet. Here are some more really good examples of effective home visit programs. Pencils ready, great stuff ahead.
I think the positive things that we've seen from the home visits is an awareness that it brings to the school community, that the homes are safe. We've done thousands of home visits with 0 fatalities. And I ensure all of the school administrators and school teachers that we always have everyone always comes back from a home visit, and they usually come back a better person. Because once you're in the home, you're able to actually listen a little bit better to what the parents may want to ask, or you're able to share information that may not be as threatening as it is in a school environment. The process for the home visits really are aimed at helping parents understand that there are identifiable patterns that should be happening in the home. And in that informal visit, we are able to share with parents some strategies that they may be able to use. We can share them with them new ideas, and it's a safe place for them to ask questions. And you also begin to see teachers' attitudes and perceptions begin to change. We've had school teams from the school teachers and parents going out on a Saturday morning for several hours and just bombarding their neighborhoods with home visits. We've seen where it's changed the whole school culture because the teachers were afraid to go into the homes, but once they were paired up with other parents and they went out into the community, they were a lot more relaxed, and they saw that it wasn't as bad as they perceived it to be, and that these were parents that were just like them. And so it really begins to bring barriers and walls down, and it helps them to begin to want to communicate a little bit more.
I was really excited to do them because it gave me the chance to get to see the kids outside of school, get to meet them before school, and then get to see what they're like. The kid we see in the classroom is nothing like the kid that's outside at home with his family. Plus, we got to see the family interaction, how they talk to each other, what their daily life looks like, which helps us be the teacher that we are and help them to be the best student they can be.
In that aspect, but we are able to build a connection with the family. So when we need them in the classroom, we have that open door relationship. She knows me on a more personal level, so it's not just like this is my son's or daughter's teacher. She's able to say, okay, I know this person, I'm comfortable with this person, so the parent is more willing to talk to us and more willing to help out wherever we need them.
I think it's funny because kids see teachers as this person, this untouchable person. We don't go to the grocery store. We don't eat dinner. We don't do these things, right? And then they see us come into their house and they're like, "Hey, she's a real person. He's a real person. I can get to know them. They can get to know me." And it shows that you really want to know them. You're not just their teacher. You actually care about them as people and their families.
It personalizes your relationship with the kid because you see them out of the classroom element. You see them in their own space where they get to be who they really are. They don't have to, be the star student or be the class clown. They get to just be themselves. And not only that, but they show you, like, parts of their lives that you would never see unless you went there to them. Absolutely. I give you an example. If I'm doing a project, I know who's capable of doing that project as far as maybe I need to go out and get poster board because this kid cannot afford poster board. So I know maybe I need to get materials for this person, or I get a perception of what this person is, what he's thinking I mean by this because I see his surrounding and his background. So I may say something and I have to rethink what I'm saying because I know his background now. I know her background now. So your background plays a large part into how you process information. So,
yeah, and I agree. Anything that you can do to get to know the kid so that the kid knows you, and it's not, like I said, the teacher and me. We're kind of a whole community. We've got mom, we've got teacher, we've got student. those home visits just start off the year on that positive note, and it makes those phone calls, or it makes you feel like, and the kid feel like, hey, we can have a sit-down conversation, and the teacher's telling me, and they're not being, they're not trying to hurt my feelings. They're telling me what they truly, honestly believe.
Open, positive
Right.
relationship.
It's almost like you're a stepmom, you're a stepdad, you are someone that they can go to with anything, and those home visits make them feel that way.
Well, I was trained very thoroughly through the staff within District 189, but I was trained with a thorough, educated staff, and it took weeks in order for the training, and it took some dry runs to go out to do some home visits. But in order to do home visits, and I tell this to anyone that are doing home visits, you have to have people skills. You have to love people. Because people and the kids will pick up if you're genuine, if you're just out to do your job but I just open up, I try to open up to the families, to be honest, to share some of my testimonies with some of the families. But the training, a lot of studying, a lot of reading for myself as far as seeing what the program was offering and what did the home visits, what was the strength for the home visits? What was the purpose for the home visits? So after I read and studied on that and see there was the need for it, and just dove right in. And then we also have a bag for the family inside, and you can share that at your time. But we just want to show you that we appreciate you opening up your doors and allowing us to come in and just share our information with you and your family. Okay. With that, with our Connecting and Family School, this is just a little handout and some helpful tips for the family that we can share with you. We have in here in the pamphlet, we have the study place at home. And the study place at home, it just goes over the proper procedures that you should take in place in order to have a good study place. And just make sure, and we install, just make sure that they at least get 30 minutes of reading daily. That would help. And I know every household has its own schedule, but we promote some reading each day. And then we have the parent and teacher conferences. Okay. And now what we encourage with the parent and teacher conferences, we encourage the parents to go up to the school and to pick up the report cards. But along with it is to take time out to meet all the teachers, all the staff, and see where you can get involved as a parent, as a guardian, to help out the teachers and the staff at your child's school. But it's really opened up my eyes, and with that, it's making me a better parent at my home. It's keeping me on my toes, because if I'm out telling other parents what they need to be doing, I need to be doing that myself. So I make sure whatever I'm telling or teaching other parents with these home visits, I'm bringing it back to my own home and utilizing it in my home.
Imagine what can be learned and shared from these visits. Incredible amounts of valuable information, right? As these folks mentioned, teachers, aides, or liaisons visiting the homes of students are well trained on etiquette, content, and skills for conducting home visits. Likewise, families receiving visits are well prepared for what to expect during the visit. In your workbook, we have outlined the steps required for a successful home visit program. Home gatherings are different from home visits in a couple of ways. For one, the School Community Council plans the event and asks for families to volunteer to host. The host family invites other parents to meet in their home. A teacher joins them. This approach removes the teacher from a teacherly role. The host parent takes the lead, and the teacher is invited as a guest. At home gatherings, the focus is on the school community's value-based expectations for parents, students, and teachers. The goal is to arrive at a better understanding of each person's role and how they can be supported. Home gatherings, home visits, parent education programs, and family libraries or resource centers also serve as opportunities for parents to connect and discuss their parenting concerns and issues. Let's move on to Part 5, School Community Success and Recognition.